fat bitch. Jenny Craig pushing weight, shift the package. Pockets on Lizzo, nigga, I got rack, bitch. Make the money stretch, call me Mr. Fantastic. Big K, he gon' learn today, scholastics. School shooter, man, that shit is so tragic. Drama class, make a scene so dramatic. Slice melon with the chopper, it's automatic.
Hey yo, what's going on, you sexy ass motherfuckers? It's me. I'm back at it again, and today we're gonna be doing the second special for hitting 2K. And today we are having what if Deku was the reincarnation of Luck Voltia from Black Clover. Now, I have nothing else to say, so let's get right into this bitch. We start off in another world. Not my hero, but Black Clover, as we see two people clashing with great might and power. One is named Luck Voltia, and the other is named Asta, the current Wizard King of the Clover Kingdom. As Luck is clashing with Asta as he's giving out all his power, 100%, as Asta is doing the same. Now, we will cut to an interaction that happened just before the fight. Asta, Luck says, I want you to kill me. As Asta is confused, as he says, why? Why do you want me to kill you? As he responds with, I'm becoming old, Asta. And you know what that means. I lose my power. As Asta is like, yeah, I know. But why? Why do you want to die? As Luck says, because they call me the Happy Berserker for a reason. I can't just go out no normal way. I can't go out living a regular, happy, fulfilling life. Nah. I have to go out through a battle to the death. That person that I want to go through with that is you, Asta. Someone who helped me advance so much, to increase my power so much. I give it almost all to you, my gratitude. So, how about it, Asta? One last final battle for keeps. As Asta smiles in the direction of Luck, as he says, alright then, I'll give you the way you want to die, Luck, so that you can live the way you want to live. As Luck smiles and he says, well then, let's get right to it then, Asta. As Asta says, now, hold on. We have to bid farewell to everyone else too. We don't want them to be left in the dark because of this. As Luck says, yeah, you're right, never mind. Alright, we can postpone this for now. As they have a whole meetup with the Black Bulls, you know, everyone that's friends with Luck, Mimosa, Klaus are there, everyone's there basically. As, they have one final get together, and the day after that, Asta and Luck have a great and mighty battle. The battle can be seen from everyone in the Clover Kingdom, as it's being broadcasted. Luck didn't care if it was either private or public. He couldn't care less. As long as he gets the way that he wants to die, he's happy with it. And if it comes from the hand of one of his greatest friends, then he's happy with that too. As when they're battling, Luck can tell that Asta isn't going all out. As he says, now, Asta, come on. Go all out with me. Can you do that? Just this once? As Asta looks at him in the eyes and he says, are you sure? As Luck says, yeah, I am. As he smiles, as he lets out all his mana, everything that he can muster up at that point, and he turns into the biggest lightning bolt anyone has ever seen. As Asta does his double union with Libe, as he says, I'm sorry, friend. As when Luck charges at Asta, Asta just negates it stabs him through the gut, almost killing him instantly, but enough to where Luck could get a few words out, as he says, "Thank you for fulfilling my wish, Asta," as he lets out one final tear as he passes on. Asta doesn't cry, but is instead happy. Happy that his friend got the way that they wanted to die, and they didn't die any other way. As when Luck wakes up and opens his eyes, he's in a void of pitch black, an abyss. As when he turns around, he sees many mirror-like images that just displays people's lives over and over and over again. As when he keeps moving along, he spots one life of a boy named Izuku Midoriya. As he peers into it, and he notices that that kid has a very interesting life. He basically has the same life as Asta. So he says, "How about I help him out as a favor?" If Asta were here, he would have enjoyed that, as well as every other members of the Black Bulls, especially Magna. And so, Luck drops into the window-like image displaying the life of Izuku Midoriya. We cut to the birth of said boy, as when Asta is born, he isn't born normally. No, when he comes out of his mother's womb, he has lightning coursing around him. You can feel it. Static electricity is filling the room as the doctors get worried, and they take him out of there to make sure and to ensure the safety of everyone in the vicinity. But then it stops, and the doctor is confused as he walks back in and he says, I guess I was overreacting there. I'm sorry, ma'am." As Inko takes the child into her hands, as she says, No, it's fine, it's fine. "Oh, my sweet little boy." As Hisashi is there as well, as he says, "So, is it Izuku Midoriya then?" Yes, it is, dear." As they look onto their child, as they notice something peculiar. He has yellowish hair, something that they don't remember having, as Hisashi thinks nothing of it, right? He just says, "Why does he have yellow hair?" As the doctors are like, could it be a genetic mutation, or someone in your genes has had blonde hair before? Has any one of your family members ever had blonde hair? They both nod no. Why? And they're like, if you want, we could run tests on him, see why. We notice this sudden influx in electricity and why his hair is, you know, blonde, and why his eyes are a type of blue, as they're heavily insistent upon it. So they run tests and they say, yeah, nothing's wrong with him. You know, yeah, it's just, I guess it just happened. I don't know how. We've run all sorts of tests that we can, and nothing abnormal is popping up. As they're both confused, but they're like, okay, I mean, we'll take that, I guess. And so, that is the end of that. As we time skip 4 years into the future, as Deku was outside playing with his best friend Bakugo, as they talk about whose quirk is gonna be better, what quirk they're gonna have. As Deku says, I already have my quirk, or at least I think it's a quirk. As Bakugo's like, wait, you already have yours? What? How? As Deku's like, it's lightning or electricity. I don't know which one it is yet, but look, as he starts playing around with lightning, as it seems like it's forming out of nowhere, out of thin air. As when that happens, something far away is starting to reform, but very, very slowly. As Bakugo says, no fair! How do you get your quirk before me? As Deku's like, I don't know, man, like I said earlier, but, yeah. As Bakugo says, well, I'm gonna get a better quirk than you, just you wait. As he, runs away, as Deku's like, whatever you say, Bakugo. Whatever you say. As he just starts messing around with his lightning, as he gets this sudden urge to fight, to feel the rush of something. As this is where the personality of Luck comes in. As you know, Deku, just starts looking for some people. He finds some kids who have already developed a quirk, and he says, "Hey, you guys want to fight?" As they're like, "You idiot! We can't use our quirks in public." As Izuku's like, "I know that, but like, what if we go like a secluded area, where we can?" As they're like, "All right, man." As they're a little older than him, so they kind of cocky, right? They think they about to do something to this boy, but little do they know that they're about to fucking lose miserably. As when they get to this secluded area where no civilians are there, no cops, no heroes, no nothing to stop them from using their quirks, they start a battle. And Izuku says, "Hey, how about I fight by myself?" As the kids are bamboozled by this question, they're like, "Are you sure you want to do that? You can't be that confident, can you?" As Deku's like, "Oh no no no, I'm being serious. I want to fight by myself." As they're like, "All right then, all right, you can do whatever you want." As they get ready with a big smile on their face, thinking they're about to come out victorious. As Deku says, "Ready or not, here I come." As he instantly dashes towards them in unimaginable speeds. As he knocks them all the fuck out. No hesitation, no questions asked, just straight up. And he says, "Oh man, that was so boring." As he runs along, messing around with his lightning. Little does he know this isn't a quirk. Turns out he is quirkless, as this is actually mana that he's using. And the thing about mana in the My Hero world is that it still exists. Actually, the My Hero world is the Black Clover world just time skipped millennia ahead, aka thousands and thousands and thousands of years. To where the reason why no human uses mana anymore is because they don't need it. They stopped using mana a long time ago, and that's why there's very few grimoires left. There's only a couple scattered across the world looking for an owner to claim them. As everyone in the My Hero world has mana, but it just depends on how they can access it. Because of quirks now and the genetic mutations and stuff like this, people with quirks have no ability of using mana. They have it flowing through them, but they cannot use it. People who don't have quirks have a higher ability of using it. It's not zero, like the people with quirks, but it is very fucking difficult for them to use it. There's only been a little bit of instances where some people have used it, but, they never got the full mastery over it. So, Deku actually became pretty lucky because he didn't have a quirk. He was able to use mana. So, this means that Deku isn't getting one for all in this story. Actually, you guys can decide who gets one for all in the comment sections below. As we cut a few weeks ahead to where Bakugo finally develops his quirk, as he runs up to Deku and he says, "Hey, Deku, look." As Deku's like, yeah, what do you want?" As he says, "I finally developed my quirk." As he starts shooting some explosives in his palms, as he's like, "Yo, Bakugo, that's sick. But is it better than my lightning though?" Like, I don't think it is. As Bakugo's like, "Yes, it's better than your lightning. It's explosions." As Deku's like, "I don't know about that one, Chief. Seemed pretty dangerous to me." As Bakugo's like, "What about your lightning? Can you control it that well?" As Izuku's like, yeah, I can control it pretty well. As he starts creating a lightning dragon out of it. As Bakugo's like, "Oh man, that's so cool." As Izuku responds with, "Yeah, I know, right? But hey, you want to go fight?" As Bakugo's like, "Hey, I haven't learned how to use my quirk that much. Let's not fight yet." As Izuku's like, "Okay, man, okay." As they have a great friendship building right here. And, we time skip to the middle school days, right? Bakugo and Izuku have had many, many battles throughout that time. Not serious, obviously, but they've had many, sparring sessions, training their quirks to the best of their abilities, training their bodies as well, because Luck is in the mind of Izuku. He's just not showing himself for some reason. But, he wants to sit back and enjoy the life of another instead of, having himself fight. But, he did mix his personality a little with Deku. So, he's going to be a little sporadic here. And he's going to definitely have that Black Air Force energy. But, yes. So, the score between Izuku and Bakugo in their battles is 50 to fucking 0. You know why? Because this motherfucker named Deku is literally so fast. Alright? If you don't know this, Black Clover is scaled to light speed or above, whereas my hero is not anywhere near that. So, yeah, if you don't know this, I don't know where you've been, but the Black Bulls would solo. No, not just like one person from the Black Bulls would probably solo all of my heroes. If you still don't believe me, we can have a whole debate either in the comment sections or in my fucking Discord, which should be linked in the description. Just saying. But let's come back to the story, as we are on the last day of middle school. As, Bakugo over here having his little fucking, shit. He's cocky, but he's not that cocky to where he's gonna think he's the best of the best, cause Deku's obviously there and he is the number one motherfucker in this school. No one can compare to him, alright? So, Bakugo is cocky, but he's not overly cocky to where he's an asshole and a prick and a motherfucking bitch, I swear. Like, I don't really like him in the show. I actually fucking hate him in the show. Even after that fucking moment where, he wanted to fight Deku and he broke down. I still don't fucking like him. I still don't. But, yes, they're, like, best friends. Best of friends. And Bakugo isn't, like, a jerk, And so, when the teacher finally, starts talking about, who's gonna apply to this, what you're gonna be in the future. But he says, fuck it, I know y'all want to be heroes. As, everyone starts showing off their quirks, right? As Deku doesn't do anything. He's just chilling, playing in his mind, just wondering about new attacks he could come up with. And, Bakugo is just sitting there, kind of snickering because he knows. He the big dog, right? Basically. And so the teacher says, and, class, listen up, put your quirks away. As, everyone does that. And he says, today, I want to have some important information to share with y'all. We have 2 students from this school applying to UA. Izuku Midori and Bakugo Katsuki. As everyone's like, oh shit! Well, I mean, that's kind of obvious, don't you think? Like, these 2 guys are the strongest in the school. Maybe even one of the top prospects in all of Japan. As, they're kind of like, yeah, alright, calm down. We ain't gotta overhype them, we can't be, pulling their fucking tail that much. As they're like, yeah, you're right, we still gotta make sure that they pass it through the entrance exams, but they're pretty sure that they are, Izuku's hella fucking smart. Reason being, he still has the smarts that he has in canon. He just wants to fight a lot, and I mean a lot. So, yes. Oh, also, I forgot to mention one thing. The people in My Hero now, because they still have mana running through them, they have the ability to go way, 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 way fucking faster, alright? I don't know if I'm going to make them reach light speed, because, no. But, they are going to be able to, go the same speed. Probably a little bit slower than what Deku goes. But, yeah, they're going to be able to compete with him. So, when that happens, Deku's like, yeah, teach. I think I'm gonna ace it. What about you, Bakugo? What do you think you're gonna do? As he's like, I'm obviously gonna ace that, Izuku. What kind of question is that? As Deku's like, I don't know, man. Who knows? You a little dumb up there sometimes. I'm not gonna lie. As Bakugo's like, bro, I have the second best grades in the fucking classroom. What do you mean I'm a little dumb up there? As Deku's like, I mean, like, in real life. Not talking about smarts, but you know what I mean. You've done some dumb shit in the past. As Baku's like, don't bring that up. As Deku's like, alright, man, I heard you, man. As, class is dismissed for the day. As when Bakugo's going home, he doesn't head with Izuku this time. He's like, "Hey, yo, I'm go get some snacks, bro. I'm a little hungry." As Deku's like, "All right, bro. I'll meet you up at the spot we usually go, right?" As Bakugo's like, "Yeah, I got you, I got you." As Bakugo, goes over there to, buy some fucking food because that motherfucker famished. As Deku, he's out. He goes to their park slash meetup area, and he's just chilling there, fucking around with his lightning. As people are walking around, they're kind of amazed by this, but they gotta make sure that they don't get caught. And Izuku gotta make sure he don't get caught too. And he just stops and he lays down on the floor. He just sighs as he notices this pretty girl that walks by him. As he sits up, you know, take a closer look as she's with a group of people. As he's like, damn, how am I gonna approach this? Because like I said, their personalities are mixed. So Luck really wasn't a person for romantic shit. He was more of a fighter, a berserk. Like he just wanted all the smoke, and that's how Deku's gonna be in the story. So if you like characters who want all the smoke, he's gonna get all the smoke. So yes, but then again, he's mixed with Deku, so he likes girls. He likes girls, so he's not gonna be as nervous. He's not gonna be nervous at all because Luck isn't nervous. Besides that one time where he saw Zenon, he's not nervous. Like he don't give a fuck. Actually, most of the time he's just oblivious to everything. But Deku thinks about how he's gonna walk up to her, and he's like, "All right, got it." And so what Deku does is, since they did get out of school just recently, he takes out a piece of paper from his book bag and a pencil, and he writes down his name on it, puts "Call Me" at the bottom. As he puts it in his hand, walks up to the girl, and taps her on the shoulder. As she turns around and she says, "Excuse me?" As Deku says, "I saw you at the corner of my eye. Like I saw you walk by, and I thought you were kind of cute." As her friends notice this, as they're like, we'll give her some space, as still walking around, but they walk behind an area to where the girl can still visibly see them. And so Deku keeps talking. He's like, "Yo, so I was like wondering if you want to talk. It seems like you're the same age as me. What? How old are you?" As the girl responds with, "I'm 15." As Deku's like, "Oh, well, I'm the same age. What school do you go to?" As she responds with, "XXX middle school." As the girl also says, "Well, what school do you go to?" As Izuku responds with, "I go to Aldera Junior High. You might have heard of it." And she says, "Yeah, I've heard of it. I've heard there's like really strong people over there, especially like two guys. One of them's named Izuku Midoriya, and the other name is Katsuki Bakugo." As Izuku's like, "Oh, you've heard of me?" And she says, "Wait, what's your name?" "If you want my name, you have to tell me yours first." As she's like, "Oh, I'm so sorry, I forgot to tell you my name. My name's Itsuka Kendo. So, can you tell me your name now?" As Izuku's like, "Yeah, my name? Well, it's Izuku Midoriya." As she says, "Wait, you're actually him? I never thought I was gonna meet him. I heard he was like really, really strong and that he had like a lightning quirk or something like that." As Deku's like, "Yeah, I do. You want me to show you?" As she says, "Yeah, please, please." As he creates a lightning rose. As when Kendo was about to respond, Izuku notices some smoke. As he's like, "Hold on." As he closes his hand and he says, "I think I'll be back. My friend's over there and there's smoke." And she turns around and she says, "Oh, I'm so sorry. You can go. You can go. I'll text you later, okay?" As Izuku's like, "All right then. Sorry this had to happen like this. Hopefully I can make it up to you somehow." And she says, "Yeah, no, it's no problem." As he picks up his book bag, as he activates his lightning boots, as he says, "Well, hopefully you have a nice day. Catch you later." As he zooms the fuck out of there, smiling. But once he gets to the area, as he made sure to go fast as fuck to where barely anyone could see him, he stops, turns off his lightning boots, and he sees that his friend Bakugo is struggling a lot against this sludge monster. As he says, "What the hell? What are these heroes doing? They're fucking standing still. What's going on? As he says, hey, my friend's in there, help him. As the hero says, it's too much for us. Our quirks aren't compatible with this. As Izuku's like, so fucking pathetic. Are you really just gonna let my friend die? As they're like, we're sorry, kid, but we can't do anything. We have to wait for someone with a better quirk that's able to defeat this person. As Izuku's like, fuck, I don't have time for this shit. And as soon as Izuku was about to activate his magic, something far away is finally done reforming. It's a book with not 3 leaves, but 4. And it has blue covered all over it as it starts heading into the direction of Izuku, as it instantly arrives there, right next to him, as he says, whoa, what the fuck is this? As he says, it feels awfully familiar. As it opens, as he notices a spell, as he says, how about I use this? As he says, now, lightning magic, lightning bolt. As he thrusts the lightning bolt into the sludge monster, as it explodes it, as he rushes over to Bakugo, picks him up, as he rushes him back to make sure that he doesn't get captured by the monster again. And after a while, the sludge monster reforms, as Deku says, you haven't had enough? Good. I wasn't done messing with you. As he opens the grimoire, as he says, now, Thunder God's gloves. As gauntlets of just lightning form around him. As then he says, followed by Thunderclap, crumbling orb. As what this does is that it focuses Deku's lightning magic to the tip of his fingers to create a concentrated orb of lightning, and when launched towards the opponent, explodes upon contact. But the user cannot just create one, he can create multiple, as what Deku does is he creates 10 for each finger, as he launches them kind of like lasers with a trail of lightning behind the orbs, as when it explodes upon contact, it almost ends up killing the person, but he refrains himself from doing so, as he says, pathetic, I expected more. You're lucky I can't kill you, because if I could, I would have murdered you 10 times over. So, next time you better think about the actions you do, because who knows, maybe after that it'll be your last. As he was about to walk away, the heroes stop him as they say, kid, you were not allowed to use your quirk in public, as Deku looks at them with disdain. As Deku then responds with, what? What was I supposed to do? Sit back and watch my friends suffer? No, I stepped in because you heroes were incompetent. I hate incompetence. When you can't get the job done, then don't try at all. That just means you weren't up for the challenge or the task. So, don't come at me like you own the place, because look at yourselves. You didn't even step in for a miner who was about to die. Luckily I got here before he did, because if he did die, I would have made you all cower in fear, as the heroes are taken aback as they feel this sense of fear in them as soon as he said that word, as they feel like they have to submit but don't want to. As when Izuku turns around and he sees Bakugo all patched up, he's all well and done, he becomes happy again and he's like, hey, what's up, Bakugo? As Bakugo's like, dang man, did you really have to go that hard on them? Like, it was all cool, bro, I had it. As Izuku's like, yeah, I mean, look at them, bro, look at them for real. As Bakugo looks at them and he sees their faces, as their faces just look like they're all demotivated, like they just been demolished, because they just were, by a 15-year-old child. And that hurts more than anything. That hurts their pride as a hero, right? As a person who's supposed to save lives. But then look at them, they did nothing to step in to help, And All Might was there as well, as he's, thinking about if Izuku could inherit One for All. And I'll cut to an intermission right here. I didn't add the first encounter with the sludge villain, so Izuku doesn't actually interact with All Might here in the beginning of the canon story. So yeah, there's only one sludge attack. But other than that, let's get back into the story. As All Might is obviously thinking about if Izuku could inherit One for All, but hopefully, like I said earlier in the video, he's not getting One for All. Someone else is. So, like I said earlier as well, hopefully, you guys can decide who gets One for All. And if I see a multitude of names, I'll just pull a poll up in my community tab. And if you really did enjoy this what if, then you can go vote over there. But let's get back. As Izuku and Bakugo, they walking home. As there were obviously news people there. So when Kendo and her friends went their separate ways, Kendo went home, and she was thinking about Izuku, right? And so when she turned on the news, she's seeing all this coverage about a young boy who saved another person while the heroes were just standing by. She notices that it was Izuku, as she's astonished and amazed by what Izuku did to save his friend. As she feels something in her heart, but she doesn't know what it is yet. As she just gets all happy and giddy. And when Bakugo and Izuku go their separate ways, Izuku gets home and Hisashi and Iko are already at the front step as they start berating him and lecturing him about doing things that are illegal. As they hit him a little. As Izuku's like, my bad, my bad. I'm sorry. I won't do it again. I promise, Mom and Dad. As they're like, you better not. As he says, yeah, I won't. Can I go to my room now? It's like, yeah, you can go to your room. Food will be ready in a minute. As Izuku, he goes to his room and he's like, oh gosh, I did really mess up. Fuck. But then he remembers he has a book with him. He was like, how the fuck did I forget about this shit? As he looks at the book and he sees that it has a clover on it. It has a 4-leaf clover on it. He's like, huh. As he starts, opening the book, as he sees there's different things about lightning. And he says, wait, did I use this subconsciously when I fought the sludge villain? Huh. Oh wait, here's what I said out loud. Thunder God's gloves and thunderclap crumbling orb? And then here's the lightning bolt attack. What is this? It's like some sort of magic book. As he flips through some more pages, as he notices a couple of more spells, but then after a certain amount, he sees that there's some blank pages. And he's like, I don't know what this is. I'll learn about this later. As when he puts the book away, he does his homework, and after a while, he gets a text from Kendo. As she says, hey, as Us is like, yo. As they have their little interaction talking about like how Kendo saw what Izuku did today with the sludge villain incident. He says, yeah, I went a little overboard there, and I got this new thing with me. I don't know what it is. I don't know what to call it. And she's like, oh, what is it? I think I saw it in the news cover. Is it like a book? As he's like, yeah, it is a book, and I don't know what to do with it. But it says the things that I used in real life, in the book. And I'm hella confused by this, so like, if you wouldn't mind, like, you want to talk about this? I mean, I could bring my friend Bakugo. You could probably bring one of your friends. It's just like, yeah, we could do that. We could like talk about it in a later date. And he's like, all right, cool. As Izuku and Kendo make plans on a date of when they're gonna meet up, and they're like, hey, you want to bring some friends over? As Izuku's like, yeah, I'll bring my friend Bakugo. I mean, you can bring whoever you want, and we'll just meet up there. And Kendo says, all right then, bye. As Izuku says bye, as well as he texts Bakugo, like, yo. And Bakugo responds with, yeah, what up? As he says, yo, you want to go to our spot on so-and-so date? As Bakugo's like, let me check if I'm free. As he goes out and he checks his calendar, sees if he has anything to do that day, and he's like, nah, I don't have anything to do. As Izuku's like, perfect, I want you to go with me. I met this cute girl while I went to go save your ass. As Bakugo's like, bitch, you didn't fucking save me, bro. I had it all under control. I would have gotten there regardless of you showing up. And Izuku's like, yeah, keep talking, big dog. Keep talking. Keep fucking talking. This Bakugo's like, hey, man, whatever. Who is it? What's her name? And Izuku's like, her name's Itsuka Kendo. She has like red hair. She has a fatty. As Baku's like, hold on. She got a what? As she was like, she got a fatty. As Baku's like, oh, yo, you got a baddie with a fatty. Damn. I'm gonna have to catch up, yo. But Izuku's like, nah. It's not supposed to be like that, Baku. It's not a competition, bro. This might be young love. You know what I mean? As Baku's like, yeah, sir. I know what you mean. But they have their interaction. They agree on plans on what they're gonna do that day. As Asta's like, all right, I also got the new book that you saw. We're gonna be talking about that as well. Baku responds with, all right then. As that goes on, he gets called over for dinner as he has an interaction with their parents. As the day goes by, and we time skip to the day of the meetup. As when Izuku's there with Bakugo, they wait a couple of minutes. They got there a little earlier as Kendo arrives with her friend Reiko Yanagi. If you don't know who that is, I will put a picture of her up right now. And when Kendo and Reiko finally sit down, they notice that there's food there as well. As Kendo looks towards Izuku, she says, "You bought this?" As Izuku says, "Yeah, I bought all of this with Bakugo as well. We didn't know what you liked, so we just bought a little bit of everything. So there's some burgers here, there's pizza here, and there's a few other things. As I don't know what the fuck they do over there in Japan, so I'm just going off what over here in the States eat. So yeah, I don't fucking know. My fault." As they start eating, and the subject of the book comes up. As Izuku's like, "Oh yeah, I forgot." As he takes out the grimoire that he doesn't know is a grimoire. As Kendo is just looking at this, she's like, "Huh, I this looks eerily familiar for some reason. I don't know how to explain it." As Reiko's like, "Oh, Kendo, you remember this when we researched this a couple of months ago for a project?" As Kendo's like, "What are you talking? Oh, you're talking about the grimoires, right?" As Reiko's like, yeah, we were talking about grimoires, and this one seems to be 4-leaf clover, so I guess it symbolizes good luck, and it's blue." As Reiko's like, "Wait, what do you use?" As Izuku's like, "I use lightning." And she says, "Huh, so lightning's usually blue. Wait, show your lightning?" As Izuku does exactly that. And she says, "Okay, so yeah. This seems to be a grimoire. Can I look at it?" As Kendo's like, "Oh, I want to look at it too, Reiko." As they start flipping through the pages, Baku just, whispers in Asta's ear. He's like, yo, you caught a good one right now, boy. You caught a good one." As Deku responds with, "Yo, I don't even know if she likes me. Alright, we just starting out. But hey, if she does, I'm fucking happy. Alright, she seems like a good girl. As Baku's like, "Yeah, I get what you mean, Chief, but yo, what about this Reiko girl, though?" As Izuku's like, "Hey, yo, if you want to go for it, right? I mean, you know what they say, you only live once." As Baku's like, "Yeah, yeah, I think I will. I'll get to know her a little more." As when they get done flipping through the grimoire, they're like, "Wow, you have a lot of spells." And Suzuki's like, yeah, but there's some blank pages there, so that's what I don't understand." As they're like, it might be because it wasn't finished, or maybe you still have things to learn. You can write it in there. As Izuku's like, maybe. I mean, I don't know. As we cut to the perspective of Luck, who is inside the mind of Izuku, he's able to peer into his mind and look outside a lot whenever he wants. It's basically like Kurama, but he's not gonna be able to control Izuku's body. He's just gonna be there as an observer. As he says, "Oh, damn it, I think I might have to show myself soon. I don't feel like doing that though. um I guess I'll show myself in a couple of months, see if he doesn't get it." As Izuku, they finally have their conversation about school, what schools they're gonna go to, like what high school. And they have, their future plans, goals, dreams, stuff like that, how their family is, if they have any pets. And, they finally get done talking, and they part their ways as Reiko actually, kind of becomes, a little closer to Bakugo. As Bakugo, he's feeling it too, So, they hit it off pretty well. As Kendo and Izuku see this, and they both look at each other and laugh while, walking away. As Izuku says, alright then, I'll see you later, Kendo, Reiko. As, they both wave goodbye. As Kendo says, yeah, I'll see you too later, Izuku. You too, Bakugo. As, they all say goodbye and shit. As we have the 10th month training period. Now, let's get into this real quick. This is going to be very short. Bakugo and Izuku, they fight a fuck ton. And they obviously go to Dagobah Beach to clean it up. That's what they do first for like the first 2 months. It doesn't take them that long. And they build up a lot of muscle mass, but they've already been training their bodies for a long ass time. So they did this shit pretty quickly. As All Might gets there too. As he sees the boys clean it up and he has a smile on his face and he says, I'm wondering if they're trying to get into UA. If they are, then damn, there's some prospects. Maybe even prodigies among prodigies. They look really, really promising as future heroes. As he goes away. As after a couple of months, let's say 8 months in, Izuku, when he's using his grimoire, he gets sucked into this abyss. It's his mindscape. As Izuku, is looking around, he says, What the hell? What's going on? As Luck finally steps out of the shadows as he introduces himself, as he says, Hi, my name? My name's Luck Voltia. As Izuku's like, Luck Voltia, that's kind of a weird name, don't you think? As Luck's like, nah, don't sweat it. Well, I'm here to tell you that you're my reincarnation. As Izuku's like, wait, what? As Luck is like, yeah, you're my reincarnation. Is that clear enough for you? As Izuku's like, how the fuck am I a reincarnation? As Luck says, well, when I died from the hands of my friend Asta, I got sent to this abyss, something like this, where there was like window-like images. Saw your life. Thought it was pretty interesting. Sadly, I can't tell you what happens in your future, but I decided to help you out since, my friend Asta also had like no quirk, which you were destined to have, and I decided to help you out. As Deku's like, wow, that was a fucking quick-ass explanation. Well, alright then, why'd you put me in here? What do you want to talk about? As Luck says, your magic. It's a little sloppy. I mean, mine was sloppy in the beginning too, so I can understand why. But I have many techniques that you don't even know of. As Izuku's like, wait, what are you talking about? As Luck says, like these magic runes. They help me amplify my magic, especially my speed. As Izuku's like, whoa, that's cool. Does it use up my mana though? Or like, does it do something else? As Luck says, well, first you have to control the natural mana around you. Then you can use these runes. Luckily, I had a knack for these such things, and hopefully you can pick it up as well, since you are my reincarnation. As Izuku's like, well, there's no use in not trying. As Luck says, that's the spirit. As he says, well, goodbye now. I'll be heading off. I'll keep in touch with you every once in a while, Izuku. As Izuku nods and he says, alright then, Luck, goodbye, and thank you for being part of my life. As Luck says, don't sweat it, kid. Goodbye. As Luck runs off, where the fuck he goes to. Mess around in the mind. As Izuku finally cuts back to reality, as he's a little dizzy, as he's like, damn, was that a fucking dream? As then, he just says, nah, it can't be, because he did say I wasn't gonna have a quirk. And yeah, I have this instead. I feel the mana usage. So I don't think that was a dream. That is fucking crazy. And when he gets done saying that, he gets a text from the group chat of Bakugo, Kendo, and Reiko as they say, yo, Izuku, you want to meet up? As Izuku says, yeah, sure. I mean, we're almost done. We only have like 2 months left, so we have enough time to, hang out. As they hang out, and we cut to the future by 2 months. As we are now at the entrance exams. When Izuku, Bakugo, Kendo, and Reiko arrive towards the gates of UA, nothing really special happens. No one trips. They don't meet Uraraka. They don't get confronted by Ida or some shit. And, they're fucking chilling as, they find their seat in the auditorium or whatever the fuck that place is called. Has to be an auditorium, can't be named anything else. And, Izuku's like, man, I'm a little tired, but I want a good fight. As he takes a light nap as Kendo's sitting right next to him. As she giggles like, "Oh my, Izuku." As Baku's like, "Yeah, he's probably tired from training a lot yesterday. He went all out. You should have seen it. My score with him is, I don't even know how to say it. It's fucking 105-2, and those two are because he was tired the day before of all training. I got lucky." As Rick was like, "Oh, come on, Bakugo, don't beat yourself up like that." Buck was like, "Oh, no, 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 I'm not beating myself up. I'm just saying, this man is a different specimen. I don't know what he is. Like, he crazy with it. But that's what I like about him. He's my best friend, but he's also my rival. So, yeah." As, Deku's sleeping, as after the presentation goes by with President Mike, Ida, obviously, fucking Ida, has to interrupt him by stating that, he missed the robot. As, President Mike's like, "Oh, I'm sorry, did you read it in the pamphlet?" As Ida says, "Yes, it was directly stated in the pamphlet. If such a prestigious school like UA has this big of a mess up, it is embarrassing and it puts a stain on the school's name. And you," as he points behind him, as, Izuku's still napping, as Kendo, kind of jabs him. As he wakes up, he's like, "Huh? Yeah, as he sees a guy pointing at him, he's like, "Yeah, me?" As Ida's like, "Yes, you. If you are going to take a nap and not take this exam seriously, then I suggest that you leave." As Izuku's like, "Wait, you're telling me that I should leave because I'm taking a nap? Do you even know why I'm taking a nap?" As Ida's like, "No, and it doesn't matter, because it seems, from the looks of it, that you are not taking this seriously. So like I said earlier, I should suggest that you leave." As Izuku's like, "Hey man, don't come at me, alright? I know I'm gonna ace this shit, so that's why I'm taking a nap. And plus, I'm tired as hell from all that training that I did yesterday. So, before you judge a book by its cover, you should look at the contents first. Then, maybe you could get a screw back in your fucking head. Now, sit down and stop embarrassing yourself." As Ida sits down with a face full of just redness, as Izuku just sits back down, as Kendo's like, "Was that necessary? Was that really necessary, Izuku?" As he's like, "Yes, yes, yes, it was." As President Mike's like, "Oh, thank you, contestant number so and so and so." I don't remember the fucking numbers. As, he finally gets done with it, and he says, like the kid earlier somehow mentioned, "We also have another robot, the Zero Pointer, but you don't have to worry about that. All I really suggest you to do is to run away when you fucking see it. Now that we're done with that, hey, let's get to the fucking written exam portion, and then we can get to the practical exam." As we get to the written exam, Deku just gets first place automatically. Like, that man fast as fuck. Also, he has lightning, so who's to say that he cannot just, accelerate the speed of his brain? And so that's what he does. So he's hella fucking smart. And, he gets done first, and, everyone else gets done at the same time. Not that there's an official record of who gets done first and last, but that is what happens. That is when they get to the practical exam. Izuku is not with Kendo. He is with Reiko, and vice versa. As, they start talking with each other, asking, each other about the crushes, right? Trying to find out more, because it has been 10 months, but they don't know everything. Obviously, they have secrets to take care of and upkeep. And when the doors are about to open, Ida does the same shit with fucking Izuku because he's talking to Reiko. As, he says, "I sincerely apologize, but can you please stop talking? People are trying to focus for this exam. As Izuku's like, am I bothering anyone? Also, what the fuck is your name? As the guy responds with, my name is Tenya Ida. As Izuku's like, Tenya Ida, that name sounds familiar. But other than that, yo, don't tell us what to do and not to do, alright? It doesn't seem like I'm distracting anyone, so just get off your high horse, bro. Go back to where you were. As the gates finally open, as Izuku's like, Reiko, you want to go faster? I could get us there in an instant. As she nods, and she's like, yeah. Okay, Izuku, you can do that. As Izuku grabs her, as he says, now, Thunder God's lightning boots. As he blitzes past everyone, as he drops Reiko, and he says, good luck. As Reiko says, good luck to you too, Izuku. As they part their ways, as Izuku's just dominating. The same with Reiko, because she was able to improve her quirk by a fucking lot training with them as well. Because Kendo and Reiko did train with them just a little bit, you know? As Izuku is just dominating. And we cut to Bakugo and Kendo as Kendo's doing way, way fucking better than she does in canon. I don't think she was a recommended student. No, she was not. So yeah, she does a lot better. And Bakugo is doing considerably, significantly better than what he did in canon. He's actually getting more robots by a long shot. And now we cut back to Izuku, as when Izuku finally has a large horde of just robots right in front of him, as he was about to release a lightning bolt, he hears this rumbling, and he then feels it, as the zero pointer comes out of nowhere, as he hears a scream, as he says, it seems someone's in trouble. As he blitzes to where the scream was, as he sees this girl with brown hair, as he's like, do you need any help? As the girl's like, yes, please, my leg, it's stuck. As Izuku's like, alright, just hold still. As he grabs the bottom of the boulder that is pinning her to the floor, as he just flips it over, as he helps the girl up, as Reiko comes rushing too, as she says, do you want any help, Asta? As Asta says, no, I just want you to carry this girl to safety. As Reiko's like, okay then, Asta, I got you. As you know, that's what she does with their poltergeist ability. As Izuku then looks up to the zero pointer and he says, whew, I'm gonna have a lot of fun with you. You ruined the fun I was about to have. As Izuku starts fighting the zero pointer, but this zero pointer is way fucking stronger than the one in canon. Reason being is, like I said earlier, humans in this what if are way stronger, faster, etc. than the humans in canon, my hero. So they obviously have to make the metal of the zero pointer way stronger than it is in canon. So it is going to be way tougher for Izuku to even be able to penetrate the metal of the zero pointer. So what Deku does is that he finally learned how to use ray magic, you know, runes and shit. So when he finally gets the zero pointer to stop attacking, he hangs in the air with one ray beneath his feet, then two, then three, then four, as he says, no, I need more, as the zero pointer was about to hit Izuku, he launches off of it as he says, true lightning magic, Keranos, as Izuku turns himself into a spear of lightning as he goes right through the zero pointer. And after that, it instantly explodes into a million pieces as Deku stops and he calms down, releasing his magic armor as he looks up into the air, as he smiles, as he falls down perfectly safe, as he says, man, that was tougher than I expected. I didn't expect to bring that move out yet. As when Reiko comes up to Izuku, she's like, you had that move in your arsenal the whole time and you didn't tell us? He's like, yeah, I was trying to keep it a secret, but sadly, I could not. As Reiko says, my gosh, Izuku, What is Kendo gonna do with you? As he says, I don't know, you tell me, Reiko. What are you gonna do with Bakugo? As she gets a little flushed and she's like, touche, Izuku, touche. As they head out of the entrance exams, as they all meet up and enjoy the rest of that beautiful day. And that is where I'm going to be ending off part 1 to What If Deku was a reincarnation of Luck Voltia. Hopefully you enjoyed this video, and if you did, leave a like, subscribe, and turn on notifications. But if you didn't like this series, tell me what you didn't like about it. And yeah, other than that, it's been me, and I'ma catch y'all sexy ass motherfuckers later.